Bernie Sanders, with the tenacity of a pit bull, now not only openly attacking his opponent, but trying to take down the establishment of his party. He is now backing Tim Canova. Well, who's that? It's a law professor who's challenging Democratic National Committee Chair Debbie Wasserman Schultz in Florida's congressional election. As she faces re-election, and now, of course, Bernie is supporting her competitor. I'm joined now by a member of President Obama's 2008 campaign staff and former ambassador to Belgium, Howard Gutman. Look, it's all fun and games on Saturday Night Live. This is a serious situation here. What do you think happens? The Dems look to be in a true knot here.
Up to now, Bernie Sanders was the best thing to happen to Hillary Clinton. I wrote an article maybe 5 months ago that said if he didn't exist, Hillary should have paid to invent him. Can you imagine, Liz, spending the last 10 months watching Hillary Clinton play solitaire or debate Emailgate? But now he's doing her some damage. She has the villain to campaign against, Donald Trump, and he needs to get out of the way. But that's not who Bernie Sanders is, so it's not going to happen.
Boy, I remember you having written that article, and now you see how things absolutely can turn. Go ahead and finish your thought here.
You got to remember, Bernie Sanders has never been elected. I love the state of Vermont. It's a beautiful place. But it has the population of less than half of the Bronx, New York. So he's basically never been elected by more than the North Bronx. And now he has a national stage, and he can do the high school, the kid running for high school president, promise free ice cream in the cafeteria, knowing he'll never have to pay for the ice cream. Well,
we had another Democratic guest, Tom Baer, on last week, who said, you know, he's pretty much been at the government trough for a long time and hasn't done quite a bit. In fact, working with the VA, which is a total mess. Bernie Sanders hasn't quite fixed that situation, far from it. But let's reach back to 2008, because President Obama and Hillary Clinton were definitely adversaries, but she did eventually step away and say, okay, I can see this isn't going to work out for me.
Yes, and that's true, but even then it was begrudging. I remember the efforts at unification, and it really occurred when President Obama turned over and named John Podesta his transition head. He reached way over. Right. That was the big step. He picked her as Secretary of State. It's hard to have fought that long, even if you knew you were never going to get elected, unlike she back then. Sanders knew he was never getting elected, but somehow to give up those reins and go back to representing 600,000 people, it's a hard task for him.
Bernie speaking live now. We were just showing the pictures. He's in the Lincoln Park section of Los Angeles. This is it. Hillary Clinton just spoke in Detroit before heading to Los Angeles. She's coming to L.A. at the moment. But let's listen to what she said. She's looking at Trump as her adversary, not Bernie Sanders. She attacked him just now. Go ahead.
What little we know of his economic policies would be running up our debt, starting trade wars, letting Wall Street run wild. All of that could cause another crash and devastate working families and our country. Trump economics is a recipe for lower wages, fewer jobs, more debt. He could bankrupt America like he's bankrupted his companies. I mean, ask yourself, how can anybody lose money running a casino, really?
Okay, so what do you make of this, that she looks to be gingerly stepping over Bernie Sanders and aiming right at Donald Trump?
And it's going to get less gingerly over time. It is time now she finally has an enemy. She's no longer stuck debating either Bernie or Emailgate. She's got to focus on Trump. There's never been an issue who the Democrat nominee will be. Now we've got to get on with that business because, in fact, Trump gets off with a free ride. His own worst enemy remains himself. She should join that bus in helping an enemy of his as well.
Howard, great to see you. Love the glasses. Those are cool.
Yep.
They're
Belgian. They're Belgian.
They're very European. Love that. It's great to see you. The former ambassador to Belgium, Howard Gutman. Thank you for joining us.
All the best. Thank you.
Anytime.